Today, I am going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your drawing. Let's get into it. Art of Zen. Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all for coming. Today, as you all know, what we're going to do, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your drawing. People usually ask me whether it's in my class because they see I can draw. If it's in my class, a friend, just random people, sometimes they'll be asking you or asking me like, how do you do that? And today I'm going to tell you a little bit on how I do things and how I get things to look so realistic and accurate. And y'all can definitely take this with you, okay? The first tip that I have is you need to practice drawing. I feel like this is the most obvious tip in the world. Y'all, if you want to get better at drawing, you have to draw. Now, me personally, I've always been able to draw since I was younger, and I constantly drew. So, like, whenever I was drawing, I usually was always pretty good at it. But for other people, if they wasn't necessarily like born with the talents of just being able to draw, the one thing that they need to do is to practice drawing and practice drawing every day. I mean, like every day. If you want to get better, you can do it like sometimes or oftentimes, but most times just try to do it every day. Pull out a piece of paper. I suggest going to get a sketchbook, not like a spiral notebook or nothing because ill, but like a sketchbook. Go buy your little sketchbook, sit down, draw something. It doesn't have to be serious. It could be a daggone circle. It could be a face. People draw eyeballs all the time. Just sit down and draw something because that's going to help you first and foremost. That's the first tip everybody needs to know because it's going to help you. My second tip, okay? Now, y'all, this tip is something that you learn really in art school that they emphasize, okay? Let me see how I want to put this. Yeah, if you go to art school, if you're an art student, you're probably gonna already know like what I'm gonna say because you probably heard it before. Y'all, what you need to do, number 2, is draw things exactly how you see them, not how you think they look. Okay? So let me give y'all an example. I dropped my pencil. Okay, y'all, this is a cup, right? Actually, no, better example. I just dropped all my pencils. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I just dropped all my pencils and my sister had to come get them for me, but it's okay. So let me give y'all an example, okay? It's okay. Don't go get it. I'm just be careful. Okay, y'all, listen. Example number 1. Say I'm trying to draw a bush, right? Now, if I am drawing a commission and there are trees, I'm going to use this as an example. If there are trees and bushes and leaves in the background, okay, I need to draw the bush exactly how I see it in that picture rather than what I think a bush looks like. Let me show you. This is an example, okay, of what people think bushes look like. So if I was drawing a picture and the picture had a bush, but the bush had like a lot of leaves and stuff in it, what you need to do is draw the detail in that bush rather than drawing it the stereotypical way. I hope that makes sense. Like if y'all see these bushes, I can get a close-up of this picture. This is a commission I'm doing, by the way. But if y'all see this picture, there's bushes in the background, and the bushes don't just look like one uniform thing. They don't just look like this, which is how people usually draw bushes, okay? But I drew them like that because in the picture, that's exactly how I saw them. Now, I could have just did like the stereotypical bush shape or whatever, but that wouldn't have done like a justice to the picture. So y'all draw things exactly how you see them and draw it with detail. Detail matters, okay? The little things matter. I always say that when you're drawing something and there's like little details in the object, you need to draw it because then it'll make sense. Like that thing is that way because it makes sense. Like another example, right quick. I'm sitting, right? I hope y'all can see my scrunch. But look, I'm sitting, right? Let me just fold it up. I'm sitting. And if I was to draw me sitting, right, I could just draw the shirt with, the boob line and a regular square up under here, right, to show that I'm a little scrunched up. But it makes more sense to draw the wrinkles in my shirt because that's how it is, and it makes it look more convincing. So you need to draw the little things. Draw the little details. In this bush is not just one uniform thing. It has little straggles everywhere. It's going up, it's going down. The bush is like, it's got details all in there. You need to draw all that and be patient, okay? Be patient with what you're drawing. Make sure you do it right, okay? Okay, my third point, I believe, is to draw things from real life. Now, this is another thing that if you go to art school, your professors are going to have you doing. You're probably going to do like 10 million still lifes in your whole career, school student career. Okay, you need to be able to draw things exactly how you see them in real life. And that's gonna help you like be able to draw things exactly how you see them and not assume, because it could look a certain way, but you're so used to drawing something like the regular basic way. But if it looks that way, then it's like you have to draw it. Now listen, drawing things in real life can help your perspective. So that's a real good point too. Now, when you're drawing things from real life, make sure you just put it, or honestly, you can just draw it how it is. Like, I don't know if y'all seen a TikToker, but there's a TikToker out there and he sits on the bus and he just draws people. If you are an artist, you've probably seen him. But let me tell you, if you're trying to draw, you need to do the same thing. Like, just sit down, draw whatever is in front of you. Don't try to like move it to make it look better or to be easier to draw. Just sit down, draw it exactly how you see it, because that stuff, it helps with your perspective. It helps with you drawing it exactly how you see it, and it just improves you overall, and it gives you like a better, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives you better perspective on proportions. Yeah, it gives you better perspective on your proportions. I almost couldn't say that word. It's okay. Let me give y'all a little example. Now I'm finally using the cup. Okay. If I have my cup right here, My cup is in front of this phone case. Now, from the way I'm looking at it, this cup is bigger than this phone case because the phone case is behind the cup. So what I need to do is I need to sit down, draw the cup, and draw the phone case exactly how I see it so I can get used to proportions and stuff. gosh. Ew. Ew. It was a spider. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay, I hope that made sense. I'm not really sure how else to explain that one. Yeah, but that's what y'all need to do. Draw things from real life. Don't move it. Don't try to make it easier. Just sit down, draw it exactly how you see it. Okay, it's gonna help you. Promise you, it's gonna help you. It kind of helped me too, you know. Number 4 is to stand back from your drawing. Stand back. Now let me tell you. Let me show you how a lot of people do. They'll be drawing and they'll be all up on their picture like this, right? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But while you're drawing, okay, you need to do this often. Don't do it like one time out the whole picture. Draw a little bit, stand back. Why do you stand back? You stand back because it gives you it lets you see better like what's going on in the picture. You can see if something's wrong. You can see if proportion sizes are off. You can see if the color doesn't look right, you know, if you're coloring, all that stuff. So y'all need to stand back. So look, while I'm drawing, okay, I'm drawing it. If I'm drawing something and I'm up on it like this, I'm just focused on that little thing that I'm focused on. But I need to back up, look at the whole picture, and be like, what's wrong with this picture? Okay, it really helps. It really does. You need to do it often. I'm trying to tell y'all, do not draw a whole picture hunched over in the paper. Just like this. That's not going to do nothing for you. You're going to be like, because when you get up, you're going to be like, what the heck? That doesn't look right. I wonder why. It's because you didn't stand back from your drawing. So y'all keep that in mind. Stand back from your drawing so you can know what's wrong and you can fix it before you finish it. Okay? And I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of art kids make because y'all, honestly, a lot of people who go to school for art, they're not actually the best at drawing. And one thing that I know a lot of people got in trouble for is that they was just drawing. They would draw, but they wouldn't stand back and like examine their proportions or anything. And then their like project would end up looking crazy. So that's a lot of mistake that people make. So I'm just telling y'all, don't make that mistake. It really helps, I promise you. Okay, y'all, my last tip for this video, number 5, is shading. Don't be scared to shade. Y'all, one thing that I've noticed from a lot of people, and let me just use like, if you're drawing in graphite or pencil, let me just use that as an example. One thing that I noticed that a lot of people do when they shade is they shade, but they don't go dark enough, or it's always too light. Okay, let me tell y'all one thing. If you're drawing with graphite pencils, y'all need to make sure that you use the whole variety of the pencils. Do not be scared to get in there. One thing I will say, don't just go in with the darkest pencil there is. Was it like 8B or I don't even know what the darkest pencil is, but 8B is pretty dark. Okay, do not go in with the darkest pencil at first. Take your time. What you need to do is use the lightest one, use the lightest shade, and build up. Okay, build up. Do not just use one pencil. Now, disclaimer, some people can really make it work. Like, if you can draw, I'm paranoid now. I don't know if y'all know, but it's a spider. Anyways, Yeah, I don't know if I know, but some people can make it work. Like if they're able to draw, they can just use a regular like mechanical pencil and like blow your mind, and that's fine. But if you're trying to learn to draw, okay, I say buy that little pack of graphite pencils, use all of them, and start with the lightest shade. One thing I will say that people do wrong, in my opinion, is they leave the lightest part of your face white. Say they're drawing a face, as an example. It could be anything, but say they're drawing a face. They leave the lightest part of their face white that they're drawing. And this is just my opinion. Y'all should not do that, because what it does, one, I feel like if you shade in, if you don't shade it in and you leave that lightest part white, then what you're gonna do is use your lighter pencils to like shade the rest of the face, and it's gonna look it won't have enough depth, you know. This is a little side tip I have for y'all. If you're drawing a face, the face is never actually white, okay? If you're drawing a white person, a person of color, the lightest part is never actually white, unless there is a bright white light on the side of that face. The bright white light, that's gonna be actually pure white, okay? Sometimes it can have a little color, but that's gonna be like a pure color. But the rest of the face is gonna have something on it. So I always say use that lightest pencil on the lightest part, the highlights, I guess, of your face, and then build up and use the rest of your pencils to go darker on the outside, because there's like contour and like shading and stuff like that. Make sure you shade. Do not be scared to get in there. Honestly, don't just use one pencil. Really just get in there, honestly. Also, y'all, side tip. One thing you can do if you struggle with shading, you can take a picture of whatever you're trying to draw. You could be drawing something from real life, right? But if you need to take a picture, right? It still counts. Does it? It does, kind of, in my opinion. It like does. I don't know. It does, but it doesn't, but it does. Anyways, take a picture of whatever you're drawing. We all have a contrast button, a contrast effect on our phone. Use the contrast effect on your phone. Okay, lighten it up, darken it up. Make sure you can see the values in whatever you're trying to draw the best that you can, and draw it like that. It'll help you see what you need to see. Sometimes stuff is too light for you to see any contrast, but that will like really help you so you can actually, it can help you for practice. Now, if you're doing a commission and the picture is like really light, I wouldn't say use the contrast. I would say draw the picture exactly how it looks. But if you're practicing, use the contrast. Okay? It'll help. Okay, guys, I think that's all I have for today. I feel like these 5 tips were really helpful. I feel like you can really use them to make a difference, improve how you're drawing, because they did for mine. Again, I've always been able to draw, but when you go to like art school and stuff, they do say some things that make you think, you're like, oh, like maybe I should do that. Because surprisingly, even though I can draw, I wasn't too good at drawing things from like real life, and when I kept doing it, and when they kept telling me, they will always yell at me. They'll be like, okay. Whenever I would do it, it helped. So I tell other people to do that, okay? If you're going to art school, you're probably going to learn these things. You're probably going to draw like 10,000 still lives. It's going to help you draw still lives. Make sure y'all are drawing like all the time, often. Do not come up here thinking that if you draw once in a while that you're going to be able to draw. Okay? No. You need to practice. Unless you got it like that, you need to practice. Okay? I also noticed that I was supposed to be drawing this commission that I'm doing. this whole time while I was talking, but clearly I cannot multitask. So y'all forgive me. It looks pretty though. Y'all let me know how it looks. This is my family, and this is my aunt's picture that I'm doing. Auntie, if you see this, hey, you like your picture so far? Yeah, I gotta keep drawing it, y'all. I have to fix up some things. I could give y'all tips on coloring and stuff, but that can be for another video for real, because to me, I love coloring. I don't really like using graphite pencils, but I love coloring instead. You know, I feel like it just turns out so much more better. But yeah, y'all, that's all I have for this video. I believe that these tips work. I know they're going to work, actually. I wouldn't say you're wrong. I'm really just showing this picture so that you know I'm a little credible. Okay, if you need a little more proof that I'm credible, go to my art Instagram, which is art.of.sin on Instagram. Okay, basically the name of my YouTube channel. Go to my art Instagram, look through. I have other commissions I did up there, and other drawings that I did up there. I drew myself in the mirror once. I've drawn still lives. I don't really post any still lives though, but yeah, guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Join the family. Okay, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know, suggest any more video ideas that I need to do. If y'all need any other tips on other stuff, I can try to help you. I always say I'm not the best teacher at trying to tell people how to draw something, because when I draw, I just do it. Okay, but if y'all need some more tips, I will think it through and I will let y'all know. So y'all let me know in the comments. Okay, y'all, thanks for watching. Bye.